Visual, the video opens with a soft focus shot of a serene morning. A doctor with a kind face and a gentle voice sits by a window with a notebook. The lighting is warm and natural. He looks directly at the camera, leaning in slightly. The 10-minute morning memory shield, reclaiming your sharpness. Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you were there? Or maybe you're mid-sentence and that perfectly common word, the name of a neighbor, the name of a kitchen tool, just vanishes. It's a frightening feeling. I've had patients in their 70s sit in my office, their hands shaking slightly, and tell me, "Doctor, I feel like I'm losing the me inside of me." They often think this brain fog or memory lapse is just an unavoidable tax we pay for growing older, but I'm here to tell you that your brain is far more adaptable than you've been led to believe. Your memory isn't just a record of the past, it's a living, breathing biological system that relies on your circulation, your hormones, and the very specific fuel you provided in the first few minutes of your day. Today, I want to share with you a 10-minute morning protocol that I recommend to my patients who are serious about keeping their minds sharp well into their 80s and 90s. We aren't talking about expensive supplements or complicated brain games. We are talking about 5 simple habits backed by neuroscience and cardiology that you can do before you even leave your kitchen. We're going to look at the hidden diagnostic window on your fingertips, the common coffee mistake that triggers a stress storm in your brain, and the one breakfast food that acts like fertilizer for your memory circuits. Grab a pen and paper. Your age does not define your future. The choices you make in the next 10 minutes do. Minute 1 to 2. The hydration reset and the coffee truth. The very first thing you do when you wake up determines the chemical weather in your brain for the rest of the day. Most people reach for a cup of coffee the moment they open their eyes. They think they're waking up their brain. But if you're over 60, drinking coffee on an empty stomach is one of the most aggressive things you can do to your memory. The science of the morning spike. When you wake up, your body is already in a state of high cortisol, your natural stress hormone. It's meant to give you the energy to get out of bed. When caffeine hits an empty stomach, it sends those cortisol levels into the stratosphere. For a brain over 60, high cortisol is like a slow-acting poison. It actively suppresses the hippocampus, which is the region of your brain responsible for forming new memories. I had a patient named James, a retired security guard. James was constantly exhausted and felt his memory slipping. He was drinking 6 cups of coffee a day, always starting before breakfast. He thought he was staying alert, but he was actually keeping his brain in a state of chronic muscle and nerve catabolism, where his body was breaking down its own tissues for energy because of that cortisol surge. The 10-minute fix. Instead of coffee, start your first 2 minutes with 1 full glass of water. Your blood becomes thicker and more viscous overnight as you lose fluids through breathing and sweat. Dehydrated, thick blood doesn't flow easily through the tiny, narrow vessels in your brain. By drinking 8 ounces of water immediately, you thin that blood, allowing it to deliver oxygen to your memory circuits more efficiently. Wait 30 to 60 minutes before that first sip of coffee. And when you do have it, never drink it black. Add a source of protein first, like a spoonful of Greek yogurt or an egg, to buffer the impact on your cortisol. This prevents the blood sugar spike that leads to that 10 a.m. brain fog. Minute 3 to 5. The fingertip diagnostic, checking your circulation. For the next 3 minutes, I want you to become your own doctor. Most people don't realize that your nails are a window into your brain's health. The tiny blood vessels, the capillaries beneath your nails, are the same size as the ones that feed your memory centers. If the blood isn't moving well in your hands, it's likely not moving well in your brain. The capillary refill test. Hold your hand at the level of your heart. Press down firmly on your index fingernail for 2 seconds until it turns white, then let go. The goal: the pink color should return in under 2 seconds. The warning: if it takes 3 seconds or longer, your microvascular system, the network of tiny vessels, is sluggish. This means oxygen and nutrients aren't reaching your neurons as fast as they should, which can manifest as tip-of-the-tongue forgetfulness. The lunula check. Look at the base of your nails for that little white half-moon called the lunula. In a healthy adult, you should see them clearly on your thumb and index finger. If they have completely disappeared or turned a bluish tint, It's a signal of oxygen and circulation problems that might be starving your brain of the energy it needs to consolidate memories. I remember a patient named Walter who tried this test at home. He noticed it took 5 seconds for the color to return to his nails. He didn't wait. He came to see me. It turned out he had undiagnosed atrial fibrillation, a heart rhythm problem that is a leading cause of stroke and memory loss in seniors. By catching it through his nails, we protected his brain before a major event occurred. Minute 6 to 8, the memory fertilizer breakfast. Now we move to the kitchen. You have a choice. You can eat a breakfast that caramelizes your brain filters or one that builds new neural connections. The brain killers to avoid: clear your pantry of white bread and refined cereals. When you eat white flour, it turns into sugar almost instantly, triggering a tsunami of glucose. This sugar literally caramelizes your blood vessels, making them rigid and preventing them from delivering blood to your hippocampus. In a study of 2,000 seniors, those who ate white bread daily lost 23% more muscle and cognitive reserve over 3 years. The brain builders to embrace. For these 2 minutes, prepare a meal centered around the brain's protection triad. Whole eggs, the choline source. Never skip the yolk. The yolk contains choline, which your brain uses to produce acetylcholine, the primary chemical for memory and focus. Plain Greek yogurt, the slow drip fuel. Greek yogurt is packed with tryptophan and leucine. Leucine is the master amino acid that switches on your body's repair machinery. Because it contains casein, it provides a slow release of nutrients that keeps your brain fueled for hours. Berries, the microvessel bodyguards. Blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries are rich in anthocyanins. Think of these as tiny bodyguards that travel through your bloodstream, protecting your brain's roads from the cracks and potholes of inflammation. Minute 9 to 10, the movement and timing anchor. The final 2 minutes are about timing and physics. The 2-minute post-breakfast walk. If you have mobility issues, even moving your arms or doing chair exercises counts. But if you can, take a 2-minute walk around your house. Why? Because moving muscles act like a drain, pulling excess sugar out of your blood so it doesn't stay there and damage your brain's delicate filters. Researchers call this a synergistic effect. The nutrition from your breakfast plus the movement of your body creates a wave of clean water for your brain. The memory window. Timing your brain is most receptive to nutrition in the first 90 minutes after waking. By completing this 10-minute routine, you are taking advantage of your brain's overnight maintenance cycle. A final secret: the rare eye connection. If you have green eyes, you are carrying a genetic mutation that traces back to a single ancestor near the Black Sea 10,000 years ago. Because your eyes have less melanin, they are more sensitive to light. Use those final 2 minutes to step into natural sunlight. This helps reset your internal clock, which regulates the melatonin you'll need tonight for your brain to perform its glymphatic cleaning, the process of flushing out the plaques associated with Alzheimer's. Conclusion: the power of the ordinary. I want to leave you with one thought. Most of the memory loss I see in my clinic doesn't happen because of bad luck. It happens because of missing information. You now have that information. You know that a glass of water, a check of your nails, an egg with the yolk, and a short walk can be more powerful than any miracle pill you see advertised online. Don't try to change your entire life overnight. Just give me 10 minutes tomorrow morning. Start with the water, then check your nails, then have your berries. Your brain has been working for you every second of every day since before you were born. Tomorrow morning, it's time to start working for it. Which part of this 10-minute routine are you going to start tomorrow? The water, the eggs, the nail test? Tell me in the comments below. I read every single one because I want to see you stay sharp, stay independent, and stay you. If this helped you, please share it with a friend or a sibling who needs to hear this. Until next time, I'm Dr. Mandel. Take care of your heart, take care of your brain, and keep moving. Visual. The doctor smiles, closes his notebook, and the screen fades to a warm golden light with a prompt to subscribe.